Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn the another algebraic method of solving a pair of linear equation. In yesterday's class, we learned substitution method. Using substitution method, how to solve a pair of linear equation. In today's class, we are going to learn elimination method. So, from the name itself, it's clear what are we going to do. What are we going to do? We are going to eliminate any one of the variable by adding or subtracting. Then we are going to find the values of the unknown variables, right? Let us do through a problem. So first one, solve by elimination method and substitution method. So whatever method you adopt, the answers will be same. So in the question paper, if you get a question like solve the pair of linear equations algebraically, you can choose any of your own method, either substitution or elimination, unless and until they mention. If they mention solve the problem by substitution method, you have to adopt substitution method. If they say by elimination method, you have to go with elimination method only. Then after mentioning, you should not take your own choices. They won't give full marks, even though both the method are going to give you the same answer. Hope you understood. Now first question, x plus y equal to 5 and 2x minus 3y equals to 4. Now let us see how we can solve this through elimination method. Now let us see how we can solve the first question. X plus y equals to 5, 2x minus 3y equals to 4. So whenever you have the same variable with the same coefficients and it differs only with the sign, you can directly eliminate one variable by adding those two equations. I told this hint already while solving equations in the polynomials. Hope you remember. But when you have two equations with two different coefficients, then you have to think little bit. What you have to do is, either of the equation you try to make, first step is fix up any one of the variable, either x or y, okay, which has the alternative sign, you go for that. Now if you see y here it is plus, here it is minus, so I am going to fix the variable y, so that while adding directly it will get cancelled. Now if you see the coefficients of y, in the first equation it is 1, in the second equation it is 3. So try to make the coefficients same. How we can make the coefficients same? If I multiply this entire equation by 3, this coefficient will become 3y, right? This term will become 3y. So that's what we are going to do here. Our first aim is fix any one of the variable, and second step is try to make the coefficients same for that particular variable in both the equation. Once you make the coefficients same in both the equation, then you can eliminate that particular variable by either adding or subtracting, right? So what are we going to do now? Mark this as first equation, this is your second equation. So in the second equation, the coefficient of y is minus 3. So what am I going to do? I am going to multiply the entire first equation by 3. If I multiply entirely by 3, won't the value of the equation change? No. If we multiply entirely by 3, it won't change. But you don't have any rights to multiply, add or subtract partially with the equation. Since it's an equation, whatever arithmetic operations you are going to perform to the left hand side, you have to do with the right hand side even, so that the equation will get balanced, the value of the equation won't get changed, right? So I am going to multiply the entire equation by 3. What will happen now? 3 into x is 3x plus 3 into y is 3y, which is equals to 3 into 5, 15. Most of them still doing this kind of mistake. What they will do, you know, while multiplying, they will multiply till this and they will leave the constant by mistake. You should not do it. You have to multiply entirely. Now I am not going to perform any manipulation with the second equation because it is already in the required form. I need 3y, here is 3y only. So you don't want to do any manipulation with the second equation. Suppose if it is necessary for any of the other problems, you can perform any manipulation for the second equation as well, so as to bring the coefficient of a particular variable in both the equations same, right? Now I am going to write the second equation as such. 2x minus 3y equals to 4. Don't bother about the coefficient of the other variable. That's why I told first step, fix one variable, either it is going to be x or y. After fixing the variable, you check for the coefficients. If the coefficients are differing, try to make the coefficients same by multiplying by a constant throughout the equation, right? Now if you see, here is also plus 3y, here it is minus 3y. So if you simply add itself, this term will become 0. So I am going to add. Now here adding 1 and 2. Now I am going to add the first equation and the second equation. What will happen? 3 plus 2, it will become 5x, plus 3y minus 3y will get cancelled. 15 plus 4 is 19. So x is equals to 19 by 5, right? After finding the value of x, substitute as usual as we do in substitution method in any one of these two equations to get the value of y. Now I am going to substitute x is equals to 19 by 5 in first equation. X plus y equals to 5. So in the place of x, 19 by 5 plus y equals to 5. So y equal to 5 minus 19 by 5. I am bringing this 19 by 5 to the other side. Now take LCM. So it will become 25 minus 19. So y equal to 6 by 5. Y equal to 6 by 5, and we got x is equals to 19 by 5. Thus we arrived at the solution of the pair of linear equation. This is called elimination method. But in the question they asked you to solve by elimination method as well as substitution method. Let us solve the same problem by substitution method and let us check whether are we getting the same answer. See, here I solved the same problem by substitution method. Substitution method, how will you do? You will derive one variable in terms of the other from any one of these two variables. So I went with the first equation, x plus y equals to 5. From this I have found out what is x. X is equals to 5 minus y. Now I found x in terms of y. Now substitute this value in any one of these two variables. In the second equation. Because we derived the value of x from the first equation, right? So substitute it in the second equation. So 2 into, in the place of x I have substituted 5 minus y, and after what you should do? Multiply each and every term. You know this method, right? So multiply each and every term and simplify it. I got y is equal to 6 by 5, and substitute the value of y in any of these two equations or here. You will get the value of x, and we found that the value of x is 19 by 5 and the value of y is 6 by 5. The same answer as we solved by elimination method. Therefore the method doesn't matter. You can perform solving a pair of linear equation in any of these two methods, right? Now let us solve few more problems on elimination method so that you will get a better clarity. Now let us see the second problem. 3x plus 4y equal to 10, 2x minus 2y equals to 2. So how we can solve this by elimination method? As I told you, fix up one variable first. Suppose I am going to fix the x variable, and one more clue I told you, you check for the alternative signs of the variables. Here the sign of the y in the first equation is plus, here it is minus. So if you have alternative sign, you go for that variable so that while adding itself the variable will get eliminated. If you have the same sign also, no problem. Instead of adding you have to subtract, right? Now I will tell you both the possibilities. Now if I am going to fix up the variable x, then if you see the coefficient of x, here it is 3, here it is 2. So you have to make it as a common coefficient. In both the equations it should have the same coefficient. So what can we do? I told you, by multiplying a constant, try to make it same variable. Now by which number if I multiply with 3 I will get 2? There is no possibility for 3 to become 2, right? The same way there is no possibility for 2 to become 3 by multiplying by a constant. So what can we do in this case? In this case, try to make it as a common multiple. Is there any common multiple for 3 and 2? Yes, we have. What is it? 6. So you multiply 3 by 2 and 2 by 3, you will get the same coefficient, right? I'll give you a small clue if you are unable to understand. Just cross multiply it. Multiply the coefficient of equation 1 by the coefficient of x in equation 2 and multiply the coefficient of x in equation 2 by the coefficient in equation 1, right? Now we are going to multiply this equation by 2, this coefficient, and we are going to multiply this equation by this coefficient, that is 3. This is the way to make it as a common coefficient. But what is the logical meaning behind it? What is the meaning behind it? We are finding a common multiple and we are trying to make it the same coefficient by bringing it to the common multiple, right? Now here what are we going to do? First equation, multiply it by 2. What you will get? 2 3s are 6x. You should not multiply only the coefficient of x. As I told you, we are performing some algebraic arithmetic operations on an equation. So you have to perform that operation for the entire equation. You should not do for a single term. If you do for a single term, the value of the equation will get changed. You can perform any operation without changing the meaning of the equation, right? So you have to multiply it by 2 for the entire equation. So 2 3s are 6 plus 2 4s are 8y equals to 2 10s are 20. Don't bother about the changes in the remaining variables and the constant. Our concentration is only on the variable x now, right? Now take the second equation and I am going to multiply it by the value 3. Now what will happen? 3 2s are 6x minus 3 2s are 6y equals to 3 2s are 6. As I told you, don't bother about the changes in the remaining things. Now our aim is to make the same coefficient in any one of the variable. Yes, we arrived at x, right? This is also 6x, this is also 6x. Now as we did in the second problem, if we add these two equations, what will happen? None of the variable will get eliminated. What will happen? This will become 12x, right? So what you should do, you have to subtract. How you will subtract? Change the sign. This plus 6x will become minus 6x. This minus will become plus and this plus will become minus. So what are we doing? We are subtracting 1 and 2, right? So what will happen now? This plus 6x and minus 6x will get cancelled. Now 8y plus 6y. What is 8 plus 6? 14y, which is equals to 20 minus 6 is 14. So y is equals to 14 divided by 14, which is 1. So the value of y is 1. We arrived at the one variable, right? We arrived at the value of the one variable. After getting this, substitute in any one of the equation as we did earlier. So I am going to substitute the value of y in the first equation. So 3x plus 4 into 1 equals to 10. So 3x plus 4 equals to 10. So 3x equals to 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So 3x equals to 6. This implies x is equals to 6 by 3, which is 2. So the value of x is 2. So the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 1. This solution we arrived at eliminating the variable x, right? Hope you understood what we did. Our aim is to make the coefficient of any one of the variables same in both the equations. That can be done in any way by multiplying a constant throughout the equation. Here how we multiplied? We cross multiplied this coefficient with this equation, this coefficient with this equation, because they don't have a common we try to arrive at a common multiple, right? Now let me show you how you can solve the same problem by eliminating the variable y. If you check the variable y, one is plus, another one is minus. If you check the coefficient of y, here it is 4, here it is 2. So either you should make this coefficient 4 as 2 or this 2 as 4. How you can make this 4 as 2? By dividing throughout the equation by 2. You can do it, no problem. Any sort of arithmetic multiplication or division you can do. So if I divide throughout this equation by 2, the calculations will become little bit complicated because this 4 will be exactly divisible by 2, but this 3 is not. So you will get a fractional coefficient here, 3 by 2. Here 10, if you divide by 2, you will get 5. Okay. If you want, you can perform, no problem. Or else try to make this 2 as 4. How we can make this 2 as 4? By multiplying the entire equation by 2. So when we choose the variable y, it is not necessary to manipulate both the equations. It is suffice if you perform the operation in only one equation, right? The first equation you can retain as such. Now let us see how we can solve this. Now let me show you how we can solve the same problem by eliminating the variable y. As I briefed you earlier, what I did, first equation I kept as such, and second equation we can multiply it throughout by 2. So 2 2's are 4x, minus 2 2's are 4y, 2 2's are 4, right? So since they have alternative sign, by just adding itself, one variable will get eliminated. So these two gets eliminated. 4 plus 3, 7x, 14. So we got the value of x as 2. After finding the value of x, substitute in any one of the equation to arrive at the value of y. And even by eliminating the variable y, we got the same answer as x equals to 2 and y equals to 1. See, here also we got x equals to 2 and y equals to 1. So that is the beauty of maths, as I used to tell every time. There are numerable ways to solve a problem where we will arrive at a same solution. You can relate it to our everyday life even. We are facing lot of problems in our life, right? And every problem has a solution, but you have to try it. If you are unable to reach your solution by one method, you should not get fed up. What you should do? You should try it in the another method to reach your solution, right? So there are innumerable ways to reach your solution. Yes, so that's how I briefed you how to solve a problem, how to solve a pair of linear equations by elimination method. I wish to recall again, what is the main aim? First step, fix any one of the variable in your mind, either x or y. After fixing up the variable, check for its coefficient in both the equations, right? Try to make it same by performing either multiplication or division by a constant. Mostly go with multiplication, that only easier. We will go with multiplication only, right? It will make your calculations easier. So if you don't have any common multiple, then simply multiply one equation by the coefficient of the other equation and vice versa, so that you will arrive at a common multiple. You will arrive at a common multiple. After arriving at a common multiple, try to add it if they have alternative sign. If they have same sign, subtract both the equations by changing the sign of the second equation. You will get the answer, right? Now let us see another problem. Now let us see the next question. X by 2, fourth subdivision. X by 2 plus 2y by 3 equal to minus 1 is your first equation. X minus y by 3 equals to 3. This is your second equation. On looking at the equation, kindly don't get panic. It's very easy only, right? The procedure is same. Analyze the question properly and fix one variable, either x or y. Now on looking at mostly my interest will be like this only. What I will do is, I'll check for the signs. If they have alternative sign, then I'll fix up that variable so that I won't make any mistake. Just adding both the equations, I'll get the answer. So this is my interest. I'm not forcing my interest on you. Whatever you wish, you can do. So here I have fixed the variable y because I found that the y variable has alternative sign, so that while adding I won't make any mistake. So after fixing the variable, what I did, I am going to check the coefficient. Here the coefficient is 2 by 3, here the coefficient is 1 by 3. So what we should do now? We need to make 2 by 3 as 1 by 3 or 1 by 3 as 2 by 3. Making 1 by 3 as 2 by 3 is easier by multiplying the entire equation by 2, right? So our aim is now to multiply the entire second equation by 2. First equation we will keep as such, x by 2 plus 2 by 3y equals to minus 1. Second equation we are going to multiply throughout by 2. So what will happen? 2 into x, it will become 2x minus 2y by 3 equals to 2 3s are 6. Now see, this is plus 2 by 3y, this is minus 2 by 3y. So these two will get cancelled. We are adding here. So here the coefficient is 1 by 2, here the coefficient is 2. So 1 by 2 plus 2 equals to 6 minus 1 is 5. Now what is 1 by 2 plus 2? You can do it in a rough column, take LCM. So 1 plus 4, which is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 x is equals to 5. So x is equals to 5. 5 by 2, if you bring it to the other side, it will become 2 by 5. So 5 will get cancelled. The value of x is 2. Right? Now substitute the value of x in any one of the two variable. Again I am going with the second equation. So 2 minus y by 3 equals to 3. Bring this 2 to the other side. So 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So minus y by 3 equal to 1. So minus y equals to 3 into 1 3. Therefore y is minus 3. Thus we got x equals to 2, y equals to minus 3. Again, this is also a wonderful example for our everyday life. The problem may look complicated, but the solution is much simple and easier. So don't get panic or worry or get scared on looking at the problem. It may look complicated, but after solving it, we will arrive at a wonderful, easy solutions. Right? You should take some life values from everyday learning subjects. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question now. Now let us solve the second questions. Here I will tell you how to frame your equations. I will explain. Then you are going to solve the problems by elimination method. Now let us see the first question. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces to 1. It becomes half if we only add 1 to the denominator. What is the fraction? I am repeating this right from the beginning of this chapter. Whenever you have a situation problem where you need to frame your equation, first check what is asked in the question. That should be your assumption. The first step is making your assumption. After assuming your variables only, you should frame your equation. So here our assumption is fraction. Fraction means how it will be, numerator and denominator. So let the numerator be x and the denominator be y. Right? After assuming your numerator and denominator, read the question and make your equations. Right? Let us see how we can frame this. See, what is the first equation? If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces to 1. We should add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. Subtract 1 from the denominator, it reduces to 1. We have assumed numerator as x and denominator as y. So adding 1 to the numerator and subtracting 1 from the denominator makes the fraction as 1. Now cross multiply this and get your equation. So x plus 1 equals to 1 into y minus 1. So which is equals to x plus 1 equals to y minus 1. So x, bring this y to other side, minus y. Already minus 1 is here. Bring this plus 1 to the other side, it will become minus 1. So x minus y is equals to minus 2 is your first equation. Right? Now what is your second statement? See, it becomes half if we only add 1 to the denominator, which means we are not performing anything with the numerator. So numerator remains the same. Numerator remains the same and we are going to add 1 to the denominator, the fraction becomes half. Right? This is what your equation. Now cross multiply it. 2 into x will become 2x, 1 into y plus 1. So 2x is equals to y plus 1. So 2x minus y equals to 1 is your second equation. Thus we got our two equation. Now you know how to solve this using elimination method, right? Now if you analyze these two equations, see, if you want to fix the x variable, here it is 2x, here it is x. So entirely multiply this equation by 2 and then change the sign of the second equation because both are in plus. You can eliminate x. If you are interested in y, see here it is minus y, here it is also minus y. So you don't want to multiply any constant. It is enough just if you change the sign alone, taking both the equations as such, and instead of adding you have to subtract. Change the sign of the second equation, automatically the variable y will get eliminated, right? And I am leaving this problem to you for solving. Now let us see the second subdivision. Age related problems. Hope you can do this. You can frame your own equation. See how old are Nuri and Soni. So what will be our assumption? Present age of Nuri be x and present age of Sonu be y. 5 years ago. Ago means first step you have to subtract 5 from the present age of Nuri and Sonu. So first write this is x minus y, y minus 5. Then Nuri was, so x minus 5 equals to thrice as old as Sonu. So 3 times y minus 5. Then multiply and get the equation. Similarly 10 years later, later means after. So x plus 10, y plus 10. After that you make your equation. Nuri will be equal to twice. So 2 times y plus 10. Alright, hope you can do this. We have done many problems of this kind. Now we will see the third question. It's quite interesting. The sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9. We have solved a problem of this kind in class 9. Hope you remember. The sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9. Also, 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. Find the number. So whenever we talk about a 2-digit number, we will have a digits, 10th digit and the units digit. So you have to assume 10th digit as x and units digit as y. It is not 10th digit should be x, vice versa. You can choose your own thing, but your assumption should be like this. So see, we made our assumption like 10th digit be x and units digit be y of the number. Now what is your first statement? The sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9, which means sum of the digits, which means x plus y equals to 9 is your first equation, right? What is your second equation? Also 9 times this number. And how will you write your number if you know the 10th digit and the units digit? For example, I will tell you, suppose 54 is your number and this is 1's place and this is 10th place. If I say 5 is the 10th digit and 4 is the 1 units digit, frame your number. How can we write? You have learnt expanded form and all in your lower classes, right? Primary classes. So how will you write? Digit in the 10th place multiplied by 10 plus units digit. Then only we will get 50 plus 4, 54 as our number, right? This is the general way of writing a number. What we will do? We will write the digit multiplied by 10. Why are we multiplying by 10? Because this digit is in 10th place, plus the digit in the units place into 1. Then only you will get the number. The same way here, how we can obtain our number? The digit in the 10th place into x plus the digit in the 10 units place into 1, right? So the number will be, what will be your number? 10x plus y is your number, right? Is your number. Now read the question. 9 times this number. So 9 into this number, 9 times this number is means equals to twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. Now what are we going to do? We are going to change the order. We are going to take y as 10th digit and x as our units digit. Appo what will happen? It will change, right? 10th place x. 10th place is, now see, initially our 10th place is x and 1's place is y. Now what are we going to change? We are going to reverse the digit. So 10th place is y, 1's place is x. But our method is to multiply 10th place digit with 10 and 1's place digit with 1 to get our number, right? Now our 10th place digit is y. So this will become 10y plus x is your number obtained after reversing the digits, right? They have given twice the number. So 2 into, I'll read the statement again. 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. So what we did, 9 times the original number, which is equals to 2 times the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. In the sense, ones place digit has become tens place digit. Similarly, tens place has become ones place. But the procedure is how you will obtain a number. Multiply the tens place digit with the 10 and multiply the units place digit with 1. So it has become 10y plus x. Now simplify it. 90x, multiply each and every digit, plus 9y equals to 20y plus 2x, right? Now bring the like terms together. 90x minus 2x is equal to 20y minus 9y. So this is 88x is equal to 11y. Bring it to the standard form. So 88x minus 11y equals to 0. Since they have a common multiple, you can reduce it. Okay, so I am going to divide entirely by 11. So what will happen? 8x minus y equals to 0, because 0 divided by 11 is 0. So this is your second equation. So first equation is x plus y equals to 9. Second equation is 8x minus y equals to 0. After obtaining the equation, you know how to solve it by elimination method. Hope you understood. Recall it again and again. If you have doubt, contact me. I'll explain you once again, right? Now let us see the fourth question. Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. So as I told you, our assumption is going to be let number of 50 rupees notes be x and number of 100 rupees notes be y. Okay, so what is our first statement? Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. So total amount she has is 2000, but she has 50 rupees notes and 100 rupees notes. So how many 50 rupees notes? X 50 rupees notes. How many 100 rupees notes? Y 100 rupees notes. So x 50 rupees notes plus y 100 rupees notes will give you 2000, right? So how you will make your statement now? 50x plus 100y equals to 2000. This how only we will calculate, right? How will you count your money? If I have 250 rupees notes and 300 rupees notes, how will you calculate? 250 rupees are there, so 2 into 50. This how only we will write our denomination. 300 rupees note, so 3 into 100, 300. So 300 plus 100, which is 400. So I am having 400 rupees in my hand. The same way here, x 50 rupees notes. So 50 into x, the number of notes into the value of the note. The value of the note is 50. So 50 into x plus the value of the note, each note is 100. How many 100 rupees notes? Y 100 rupees notes. So 50x plus 100y equals to 2000. Since all the three have a common factor 50, I am dividing entire equation by 50 to reduce it into a simpler equation. So we will get x plus 2y equals to 40. Right? Now our second equation. What is given? Meena got 25 notes in all. In the sense, number of notes. Initially they gave you the amount. Now they are telling only the notes, number of notes. How many notes she had in her hand? In spite of 50 rupees or 100 rupees, she had 25 notes. Right? So how will you make your second equation? X plus y. This is number of 50 rupees notes, this is number of 100 rupees notes. So in spite of the value of the note, she had 25 notes. So x plus y equals to 25. Right? Thus we got our two equations. Let us see our last question. Here, lending library has a fixed charge. This is like a problem which we did in last exercise, saying a taxi charge. For the first they had a fixed charge plus for every kilometer they had some subsequent charges, right? The same way, there is a library, they has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. First 3 days they had a fixed charge, and for every day they had some subsequent charges. So Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days, while Susie paid rupees 21 for the book she kept for 5 days. Find the fixed charge and the charge for each extra day. So our assumption will be X be the fixed charge and Y be the charge for each extra day. So let the fixed charge be rupees X and the charge for each extra day be rupees Y. Now how will you make your equation now? Now Sarita paid 27 rupees for how many days? 7 days. So now a fixed charge for 3 days, right? Plus 7 minus 3. Why are we subtracting this 3? Because for 3 days she paid X rupees. That is the fixed charge. So remove that 3 from 7. For that many days she paid another charge Y to get your 27. Hope you understood. First 3 days को ஒரு fixed charge இருக்கு எவ்வளோ X rupees. அப்போ மீதி இருக்கிற 7ல அந்த 3 days போனால் ரிமைனிங் எவ்வளோ இருக்குமோ அந்த டேஸ்க்கு தான் அவள் அந்த எக்ஸ்ட்ரா சார்ஜ் பே பண்ணியிருக்கா. ஸோ எக்ஸ் ப்ளஸ் 7 minus 3 into y equals to total amount எவ்வளோன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க 27. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So x plus 4y equals to 27. The same way another person who paid 21 rupees for 5 days. அப்போ x plus 5 minus 3. அந்த 5லேருந்து அந்த 3 டேஸை ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டா ரிமைனிங் 2 days இருக்கும். அந்த 2 daysக்கு she paid y rupees which is equals to 21. So this is our first equation and this is our second equation. So by this we completed our next exercise based on elimination method. So today's homework is you have to complete all the 5 subdivisions in the second question by elimination method. I have framed all the equation. Your job is to just find the solution by performing elimination method, right? So complete all the homework and post it in the group. So your homework is to complete question number 2 in exercise 3.4, and if you have any doubts contact me students. Thank you.